Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Yusuf Habibi Harbin from PLN Institute of Technology Information System. So today I will explain my laporan and let's go. The first, pembuatan table. Number one is table patient. The first table we created is a patient. This is where all our patient data is stored. There is ID patient as the primary key, and since it is added with auto increment, value will automatically increase when there is a new patient. Then there are name, date of birth, gender using enum. So the options are only M or male or F for female. To be more consistent, address is stored as long text, and finally phone number for contact records. Number two is doctor table. Next, we create the doctor table. It's almost similar to the patient table, but here there is a specialization column to store the doctor's expertise, such as pediatrician, dentist, or general practitioner. And of course, there is still ID doctor as the primary key, as well as a phone number for contact purpose. Next, number 3 is nurse table atau tabel perawat. The next table is nurses. What is interesting here is the shift column that use enum. This means we can only choose between 3 points like morning, afternoon, or night. This helps the system to be neater and avoids typos like PGA or MLM. The rest is as usual nurse ID, name, and phone number. Next, number 4, room table atau tabel ruangan. For inpatient room matters, we use the room table. The class column can contain values such as 1, 2, or 3. while the capacity indicates how many patients can be accommodated in one room. For example, room 3 class I can accommodate 3 patients. Number 5 is inpatient table atau tabel rawat inap. Nah, next is the patient table. This table serves as a link between patient, doctors, nurses, and rooms. We use many foreign keys here, meaning that each patient being treated will revert to the IDs of the patient, doctor, nurse, and room involved. This way, all the data is encrypted and easier to trace. Next, number 6, medicine table atau tabel obat. Next, go to the pharmacy section of the medicine table. Here we store information such as a medicine name, stock quantity, and price. The price is stored in a decimal format to accommodate monetary value with commas. For example, 39.99 rupiah. Next, number 7, prescription table atau tabel resep. The prescription table is used to record which medicine are given during the patient hospitalization. For example, patient A was given 9 tables of medicine 3 during their hospitalization. Here ID rawat inap and ID obat are made foreign keys that connect to the previous table. And last, payment table atau tabel pembayaran. Finally, we create a payment table. This table records the total amount paid by the patient, when it was paid, and the method used, whether cash, card, or transfer. The payment methods are restricted using enum to ensure more controlled choice and to avoid types. Okay, next I can explain this table. Number 1, patient table. Description: this table stores patient identity data. Its primary key is a ID patient, which is used as the main identifier and will be referenced by rawat inap table. Here, all patient information is stored, from name, date of birth, address, to phone number. But the most important thing is the patient ID. This is the unique identity of each patient, which serves as the primary key. This ID will also be used in other tables. For example, when the patient is hospitalized, so in a way, the patient ID is like the patient digital ID in the system. Next, doctor tables. Description contains data of the doctors on duty. The primary key is a ID doctor, used by rawat inap. Just like patients, every doctor also has a unique ID. In addition to their name and phone number, there is also information about their specialization. Whether key are a pediatrician, dentist, or general practitioner. The doctor ID is very important because it will be recorded in the inpatient department, so we can know who the patient is being treated by and who the responsible doctor is. Next, nurse table. Description: storing nurse information. The primary key is ID perawat. In this table, we know which nurse are on duty and their shift, whether morning, afternoon, or night. Of course, each nurse also has a unique ID in the hospital system. This is very important so that it can be recorded who the nurse is that cares of patient A, patient B, and so on. Next, number 4, room table. Description: storing in patient room data. The primary key is ID ruangan. Have you ever heard the terms class 1 or class 3 in a hospital? Well, that's in the room table. Each room has a class and capacity. For example, room 3 class 1 can accommodate 3 people. The room ID will later be linked to the patient being treated there. Next, number 5, inpatient table atau tabel rawat inap. Description: recording the patient hospitalization process. ID rawat inap as a primary key, ID patient as a foreign key, ID doctor as a foreign key, ID perawat as a foreign key, and ID ruangan as a foreign key. Here all records about who was treated, when they were admitted and discharged, who the doctor was, who the nurse was, and in which room. Everything is recorded in detail. What makes this table special? The numbers foreign keys connecting the table. For example, ID patient here refers to the patient table. So all the data are interconnected. Number 6, medicine table. Descriptions: contains a list of medicine. The primary key is ID obat. Medicine are recorded in the medicine table. Each medicine has a stock and price leader when the doctor gives a prescription. This medicine will appear in the prescription table, so we know which medicine patient A uses, how much, and whether the stock is sufficient or not. Next, number 7, prescription table atau tabel resep. Description: prescription for the medicine during hospitalization. ID resep as a primary key, ID rawat inap as a foreign key, and ID obat as a foreign key. This receipt table is like a medical shopping list during hospitalization. It records which patient were treated with which prescription, the quantity and ID of the medicine. This data is important for accurately and efficiently tracking patient treatment. And last, payment table. Description: recording patient payments. ID pembayaran as a primary key, ID rawat inap as a foreign key. Finally, we have the payment table. Here we can see when the patient paid, the total cost, and which method was used, cash, card, or transfer. All the transactions are neatly recorded based on the ID rawat inap. Next, from creation. This from creation steps. Number 1, click on the browser in the doctor table. This browser. Number 2, a view will appear like this. This appear before ID doctor 1234 5678 Yusuf Warina Jantung Paru-Paru. Next, press the insert to add data to the form, then press go after filling it in. For example, this ID doctor, you type 9101 and name Robin and spesialis organ dalam and this phone number. Next, after that a new screen will appear. This akan muncul setelah menekan tanda go ini, akan muncul tampilan seperti ini. and return to the browser to see the edit form data. This, for example, this edited form data after. This a table doctor, this medicine table, this room table, this inpatient table, this table receipt, this payment table, this patient table, and last this nurse table. Okay, this is last. So I said thank you for watching my video. Bye bye.